Hey everyone, just finished a couple of sessions and I'm gonna start writing in a minute. And I was just looking out to sea. I'm kind of, I was completely in social distancing because there's no one around until about 10 minutes ago. There's a couple of people who come down in the area, but they're not getting close. But I can, let me just give you a little view. So that's the view I have when I'm working. And what's interesting is that now that there's no one around, we saw like 6 sharks come. They were literally like 10 feet away from the beach edge. So like if I was swimming up to my chest here, they would have been right there. And you just saw them lazing down. And the locals here, I was talking to a guy and he was saying, keeping my distance, he was saying that, you know, he was quite surprised and was really watching it. They don't see it very often, and it's because there's no humans here, so it's quiet. They're coming in really close, and there must be so many more sharks. You can see them in the middle of the day because it's turquoise. You can see the shape, very dark, you know, and slow moving. But now I wouldn't be able to see them because it's a bit more rough. And it just made me realize that with this situation at the moment, like with the coronavirus and the world coming to a standstill, you know, there's always a balance. There's always a positive and a negative to every situation. So if you're focused on the one side, you're missing the other side. There's always support coming in. Or there's a good side to everything. And here where I am in Mexico, there's stories of pumas coming back into the area. You know, they're being seen on cameras at night. I'm not so sure about, I want crocodiles coming over into the sea, but nature's coming back. You know, and you're hearing it around. Pollution's dropping. Pollution has such a negative effect on our immune systems. And so I suppose the point of this video is, you know, I speak to some people and they're reading the news, and the news just sells fear. It just, you know, there's a fear always sells. And if I looked at the Guardian the other day, and it was literally like red, flashing, boom, boom, negative, 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 negative. And you just keep reading that. It just suppresses your immune system. Fear suppresses your immune system. And I've talked a lot about getting out of your fear bubble. You need to look after yourself, look within. We're here to resolve things and clear all our fears and everything. So a good way of looking at the situation now is like, okay, there's all this shit going on, but what good stuff is going on? What's happening? Well, my family has never been closer. You know, I hear the love word coming out a lot more. People really coming together, even though they can't come together, right? And looking after each other, and people are learning to be more yin. They're not doing so much because they can't. So all these people who were excessively yang and inflamed are now having to not do and be calm and heal. Use the word heal. And the planet's doing the same. So the planet balances itself. So you could say like, okay, let's send a virus, shut the whole world down, and then it's gonna, the world's going, oh, that's better, I can breathe now. So I know that there's, you know, there's a lot of people in fear at the moment, but a good way to understand this is to look at it more with a bit more altitude, and know that there's always, in this, our reality, there's always a balancing effect going on. So just look at, that's what I do. I'm not telling you to do anything. It's just, I was just looking out at the sea, and I just imagine how nature must be going, holy shit, where is everyone? We can go to the beach, like they can come in close. And you know, yesterday I jumped in the water when the shark was there, and I told my wife, I said I went swimming with the shark, but I waited till it was like 100 meters down going that way. It's a beautiful thing, this balancing. And when you start to see you know, the economy and everything in terms of balance. It's in, you know, when things get inflated too high, there's always a balancing act, and they crash, and then so it's cycles, right? And so that's why people are talking at the moment about the economy, and they're just like creating money out of nothing and just propping up this system and trying to keep that inflated price in the stock market. When there was a guy yesterday who, it's a billionaire guy, was saying, you just let it go, you got to let them fail, and then I can see how that would play out in, say, with my little 3-year-old. I don't want to get hurt, and I'm stopping her, but when she falls, that's when she learns. You know, if you're too protective, you actually create a situation where the child is not protected. You can see these cycles and balancing in everything. So that's a cool thing to do. I just wanted to share my thoughts on that, and sending big virtual hugs wherever you are in the world. I hope keep yourself, let's go in and internally garden yourself, start gardening away all these fears and stuff, and eat organic food if you can get hold of it, and exercise and drink water, and balance out your external internal garden, and connect with the people around you. That this is a wonderful opportunity to heal, and I'm taking full advantage of it. Okay, take care and talk to you soon.